Alrighty, good morning. We're finally getting around to some Dare to Defy. I have been doing this throughout the week, and I kind of regret not actually recording some of these runs because here I did it with Cloud, Shantoto, and Kais. So that was a bit of a fun run. Astraeus 2 I might redo, just to free up Zach. I'm not sure if he's totally or not Zach. What's his face? Vincent. Vincent. Yeah, I might free up Vincent just because I don't think Vincent's actually necessary for that fight. Astraeus 3 I did it with Seiss, Yang, and Agrius, so that was fun. Astraeus 4 took a little bit, like this was cutting it very close, but I was able to get it done with Tifa, Ash, and Jesse. Like the turn count was very close there. Astraeus 5 was very much a boring, off-turn strategy, and even with Maria's FR, just no echoes on the team whatsoever, was able to get it done with Furion and Eitez off-turn. And Astraeus 6 was hilarious because I actually used Yuffie as the main DPS. And 9, like before, I saw a lot of people using Warrior Light for this fight. But I was like, you could just use any kind of damage mitigation and you'll be fine for the most part. So I brought along 9 and he was able to get it done along with the Yuna. Also couldn't get close, I think it was like 52 turns out of 55. So, a little bit of a longer one. And here, we're finally getting around to some Ultimecia. And I guess this is the Memoria battle that we should have got. And I did it a few times, I got her like 2% and I just decided to restart the run when I was like, I might save these characters for later. So I've done this fight a little bit now, and really it's kind of annoying when her force time does activate, but if Ultimecia gets to that point, really you can kind of just ignore it if your team is just doing a lot of brave gaining. And this team in particular has a lot of brave gain in between, like Reks brave gains in between his HPs, what's his face? General Leo actually brave gains a lot in between his, and him just being a single target specialist is going to help out the damage output for the majority of this fight. Like General Leo is definitely an MVP here. And here, let's go ahead and get our debuffs going. And really, this fight, once you handle the annoying force time, which there are a few ways to cancel it too, particularly just characters that inflict the debuff with the range. So Aranea can get this done, I think, like by herself, which is like kind of absurd. But I feel I would probably save Aranea for later, just because some of the fights I saw that we have coming up in the other Dare Defies are gonna be kind of tricky for single or for one party. So I'm trying to hold off on the units that I know can be pretty absurd. So we're just gonna, do our best and really just have fun with the units that I do have. Like, I've always had General Leo in my box, but I never had enough materials to actually complete his kit until now. So, I've just been going ham with the co-op and just really using all my skip tickets, and just using all my ×3 books, just so I can get the most amount of materials for everything. Like, I think now I'm low on those Force Stones that actually allow you to get to Force Enhance 50. I'm pretty low on that now, so I might have to actually, do some work to get that up later. But there's still, a whole month of grinding that I can do for that. And like in terms of the banners that I've been pulling on, really I've just gotten BTs that I were missing. Like I was missing Lightning's BT, I was missing Reno's BT, I was missing Anna Cross's BT, so I ended up getting those 3. And I think I got 3 more. I just don't remember off the top of my head what they were. But yeah, for calls we do have some quick spot removal for buffs, because this character during her second phase will require you to remove her buffs, and that's really not going to be a non-issue for this team. Like Serah has some buff cleansing. We have Seymour's LD call to buff cleanse. I did bring Balthier just in case, so we're not really worried about that phase. And really I think this is going to be a fight that's going to get done in, I think we could do it in 2 force times. I've had a few runs with other teams that, come down to 3 force times. But really, the difficulty of this fight really is just that force time is super annoying. I think that the rest of the fight can be managed if it wasn't for that force time. Just because allowing her to move, it's a non-issue. Like, yeah, you could let her move, that's fine. And cleansing buffs, easy peasy. And like, I think the first run I did this was with Weiss, Balthier, and I forgot the support. It might have been Charlotta. But I was like, I think I'm gonna save Balthier and Weiss for later. And I could have also brought Charlotta instead of Serah, but I was like, let's bring Serah just because I do have her kit now. Or I've actually had her BT for a while. And, I just haven't had the resources because everything was so kind of tight back when. But now, you know, I've just been going through my box and really just throwing materials at everything, being like, okay, I'm just gonna green everybody. Still haven't done it yet. So like, not everyone is green. Oh, did I not set? Nah, whatever, it's fine. I forgot to AA. Yeah, but we'll be fine. And I think this is gonna for sure take at least 2 force times. I don't think we could get it done with 1 in this team. Like, we need a ridiculous damage dealer, and we just get like everybody on this team can do pretty good damage, which is like what I'm happy with. And Serah's BT effect, like she goes off of how many buffs she can inflict, and like it kind of just goes off that. Like her stacks increase every time we inflict a buff, or not a buff, a debuff. So you know that's 2 stacks, and it's like maximum 3. So we only need to do it 1 more time. And with the echoes on Reks, I don't think we want to really hold on to them. Just because this team Brave gains a lot in between everything. Like we'll see, like once we actually get to the threshold where she actually starts resisting us and starts making us hit for 1s. That's not going to be too much of an issue just because we're going to Brave gain through everything. So there's like a lot of characters I could have brought for this. Like I could have brought Sephiroth if I really wanted to. Rem's an excellent support if you ever BT effect up. But yeah, this fight I think it's not 1 billion HP just because she does transform at this little threshold here. I think it's at the 30% threshold. So you know you don't have to get rid of all of this HP bar. And her second phase is only 550 HP or 550 million. So you know, I say only. It's a lot, but you know, in terms of like what I was thinking it was gonna be for this fight, you know, not as much as I thought. Just a little under. Min was another character I have his full kit for. I haven't got around to greening everybody just yet. I've been greening some weird characters, like characters that I've just had in my box like for a while, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna green this character. Like I greened Lael out of nowhere. And I was like, you know what, why not? Just because. And here, oh, we're close to bringing her under, so we're gonna go ahead and go for Big Damage Master Blade. I think this is like 9 HP attacks, and then the follow-up, you know, it's just beefy as all hell. And you know, remove obstacle here. Like we're only hitting our Brave damage for 1s, but because we're Brave gaining in between, you know, we're still hitting a lot of damage. Like that was an extra 13 million before we actually did anything. And now throughout the rest of this fight, we're really only going to be hitting for 1s in terms of bravery. So you know, we're going to be relying heavily on Brave gains. But luckily, this party has plenty of it, you know, so we're not really worried. And unfortunately, when we did the FR Echo, we didn't actually inflict the buff, so Serah's stack didn't go up. You can like equip an E-Sphere for that, but I figured, it's a little much just for, you know, 1 stack, and it's fine. 17 million. With an extra 9, goddamn. General Leo's cracked, he's so good. I just, I kind of regret not building him when I did have him. It's just, you know, when we had the forecast, there were just other characters on my radar that I wanted to build. And only so many, you know, BT materials to go around. Although, by the end, we did have a lot more than I thought I would. I had like 21 books and like 12 ingots or so. It's just hard when, you know, the fights back when weren't really... I don't want to say... there just wasn't enough fights, you know, like, they definitely weren't as difficult as they used to be. But there also just wasn't enough content to really go around to really, you know, use all your characters. Like, that's why Dare Defies were so great. You know, you really get to spread your box. And I'm definitely spreading my box with this one. Like, I'm having a blast. You know, using 9 to defeat Omega Weiss was hilarious. I was like, God damn it. I regret not recording those fights. But a lot of them were a little lengthy in terms of time. Here, I think we have, what's that, leader? Ah, we can let that fall off, it's fine. Here I just want to beat this threshold. Yeah, so we'll just get her to morph. All the debuffs fall off, but that's fine, because we'll just reapply them. Out the gate, Reks is just like, oh, she morphed, attack! 11 million. We can use an Echo here just to, actually, I don't know if her aura is still up. I think we're gonna hold off on that. Oh, her aura wasn't up. I was thinking, I was like, if we Echo here, it's probably a lot of damage, but it's fine. Oh, that's right, we didn't have Ferocity on, so that's why Generally, I didn't trigger his follow-up there. So here, let's just get our debuffs back. And that's just like the big attack debuff, because we are going to need that. Because I think Reks' damage mitigation actually comes off of his EX debuff. So, you know, just having that attack debuff is actually going to matter a lot. So here, how much damage are we going to take? Hopefully not too much. Yeah, okay, next to nothing, perfect. I don't know why I was worried. I was like, what the heck? I got so used to like, just your FR attack is randomly wiping the party. I'm like, oh god, I really needed some mitigation. Or some kind of debuffs to really, you know, help along with that. So here, everyone's shields are still good. Yeah, let's just go for shield. And now, you know, we're back to that part of the fight where we're only going to be doing ones for the rest of it. But as you can see, you know, 84%, we basically have her close to dead. Or not close to dead, but this fight, you know, all we really need to do now is just endure and just brave gain through it all. I think our final BT effect is going to be on General Leo. Just because him providing that follow-up is just absurd. It's just so cracked. What's that? On 3 ferocity? We should be fine. Really, I just need to focus on getting all of our debuffs back on. Just so Serah... I do believe she's at 4 debuffs. That's when she gets her stacks. And here we actually can't do any damage. How annoying. Fine, we'll wound. And Serah only takes 2 buffs away, so she doesn't take away all of them. So, fairly annoying. And just like that, we got our damage back. Huh, we didn't have to dispel all of them, huh? Just one of them? Interesting. Ow. Yeah, I would like to get Reks' EX debuff up soon. Just because that's where our mitigation is going to be coming from. And let's do it now, actually. I was like, what am I waiting for? Oh, actually, I had Balthier call there. I could have squeezed out one more attack from General Leo's BT. Whatever, that's fine. Here, we have Seymour still. So, you know, nothing really lost. And we do have just HP regen throughout the fight, so we're going to be fine too, as long as we just keep on attacking this motherfucker. 2, I do believe that's ferocity. Let's just refresh that now. Because we're really not in any hurry, just because this boss isn't really threatening to kill us at all. Especially now that I have Reks' EX buff up, so we'll be fine. Here... I don't want to waste that much more time, though. Yeah, let's just move again. Lightning strikes thrice. What an odd name for a follow-up. I'm like reading that off the Tomberry trip right now, and I'm like, huh, that's what that's called. Oh, my blade combo is about to fall off. There you go. Let's go ahead and get our BT effect back on. And really, now that this BT effect's up, or is going to be back on, and we activate our FR, or General Leo's FR, the fight's basically going to be over. And really, you know, the fight's difficulty is just around the force time, in all honesty. Like, this is a fight I was hoping it would offer a little more. Like, it kind of does, but not really, you know. There was definitely more that could be done, in my opinion, for this fight. But nah, whatever. Can't get them all. Maybe I should have set up Leo earlier so I could have got more off of this lightning follow-up. It's fine. 30 turns, and you know, I think the time limit for this is 100, so we weren't even close to being in danger, so we're fine. So here, I think we're just gonna AA. And I think Balthier LD call actually has attack up, if I remember correctly. That or it just removes all debuffs and cleanses all buffs. That was just a cleanse. My beat. I was like, I know this is something. And both of you, surprisingly enough, you can actually... I'm gonna hold off on using the EX debuff. The force time. But Balthier can actually cancel this force time if you have his BT effect up, which I think is interesting. Because if you have an E-Sphere that inflicts a debuff, that doesn't do it. So I think it's like kind of annoying, weird little inconsistency there, but I'm like, whatever. And now General Leo. Definitely an MVP of this fight. You could just, brave game through a ton. Him and Reks just together, I don't know if they'll be able to duo it, but it's probably possible. I'd have to double check. I just wanted to bring Serah because, I finally have her maxed out. So it's like, in my head, I'm like, there's no reason not to bring her. Unless I really need her for a fight later. Which might happen, I'm not too sure. All I know is, from the fights coming up ahead for next month, man, they threw some bangers at us. So I'm a little concerned. That's why I've been using, characters like 8, characters like 9, LD only units. Even with Virion, I don't have his BT or anything, so he was an LD unit there as well. So, I've just been a little more reserved with using those, my BT FR characters. Like, even when I did the Omega Weiss fight, initially I had it cleared with like 7, as opposed to 9 in there. It was like 7 Warrior Light and UV. What's about to fall off? Is it leader? Call for precision. And I think I still have an Echo on Reks. I don't know if I have an Echo on Serah. I do. This isn't going to do a lot, but it is really just going to maintain the gauge. And really, what else could you ask? Maintain the gauge and get a free follow-up from Leo? Yeah, not a lot of damage. But the follow-up. Quake. And when she gets to this part of her life bar as well, she just like she freezes her turn, or no, she doesn't freeze her turn. She makes her turn invisible, and like she just gets really aggressive. But that's why we have Reks here, very strong tank still. Or I say tank, but really it's just very good damage mitigation. Yeah, I'm like, there's the brave game. It's in between HP hits, so I was just like, you saw it go up slowly but surely. 6. Rin? Nah, he's fine. And I do believe this buff is the EX buff, yeah. And then we can start just spamming Master Blade now. I don't know if I want to go into summon right now. Actually, I should wait. I should hold off on that. You were gonna Moonlight. Oh god, she was really fast on that one. I do think both of her skills are high turn rate. Just her normal 1535. More Leo follow-ups then. 14. Damn, we might actually have to go into summon and hope for the best. Here, I think we're just gonna do this just so we can maintain the gauge. Maybe we should have done this FR attack in summon, just so we could ignore defense with it. But really, even if we don't kill her in this force time, I think the retain is going to be enough to kill her, just because she's not threatening enough as an enemy to actually get through Rex's mitigation. Like, Reks along with Serah, her debuff's like, I think it's what, minus 80% attack? Yeah, not going to be nearly enough to get through it. Oh, we did lose Seymour's debuff though, a little unfortunate. So I do believe we need to let her act 3 times to get rid of that aura. I don't care. I think she's gonna act anyway, even though I just delayed her by 2. I did have that happen before. I was like, what the hell? Like, I delayed her by 2 and she was like, her turn was just immediately next. And I was like, what the fuck? She's kind of fast. I think I do want to do this, just so Serah doesn't warp back up. And yeah, just this this last Dare Defy has been really fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it. So here I think now we'll go ahead and, you know, get the damage from the summon while we can. And I'm pretty sure she can die while she has this aura on. But if I'm wrong, then whatever. Like, you know, we have 100 turns to work with, and I don't think she can kill Reks, so we'll be fine. Get him, General Lil, get him. 7 HP? Or 7%? Yeah, we can get rid of that. Bagoosh. Yeah, and just being able to ignore the force time is, I think, the best way to go about it. Like, you know, you just bring Quina, you just bring Aranea, and I think you'll have a lot easier of a time. I think I'm gonna need Aranea for later, though, just because I saw some of the single target fights we're getting. And man, man, are they bringing out some annoying-ass bosses I didn't think we'd see again. Even seeing Jekt again, I was like, oh, fuck. I forgot how annoying his fight actually was. But it was also, you know, fun to go through it again, so I'm not really complaining. Oh no, our damage. Come on, General Leo. How many turns? 3 dodges? We have plenty. And only 2%? What am I worried about? This fight's basically over. And yeah, I think the next time I record is probably not going to be until the start of January. And I'll probably record those fights for Dare Defy, just because I really regretted not recording these. These were actually really a lot of fun. And I think throughout the rest of the month, I'm really just going to be grinding for the materials for force enhancements, materials for BT stuff. Because I do have a few BT. I'm not going to collect every BT, but there are a few that I still need that I kind of want. Like, I got Locke's FR in one of the free dailies. So I kind of want Locke BT now, just because I haven't played around with that character at all. And yeah, there you go. How much HP was that? 970 million? And we didn't even have to cancel the force time. We just brave game through all of it. So there you go, boys. If you want to beat this fight easy, just bring RNA or something. And if you want to actually play to the mechanics, bring damage mitigation and bring brave game. And well, that said, take it easy.